there are these Indian students, the attack on Indian students. So can you just, there are a number of Indian parents who are watching this podcast, students who are watching, who are going to be applying, and especially some of them who have already got acceptance from American campuses. Could you tell me about the safety of Indian students?
Of course. Well, first and foremost, to any families, and I've talked to some of those families who have faced a tragedy with their own son or daughter. I mean, our hearts go out. We take the justice issues very seriously, of bringing to justice any perpetrators. With, 250,000 now a year, statistically, this is going to happen. But that's not acceptable to a parent if it happens to your child.
Sure.
So there are things we can do, just to be aware, to have a heads up, to know which neighborhoods you should and shouldn't go into that are higher crime areas. The same sort of advice we give travelers when they go around the world, including to places like India. We know that these things can happen, but you can play a role in lessening the risk. Go with friends. Make sure that you always have a person who's keeping an eye on you and that you can check in on. And look, these are very different cases. Sometimes it might be somebody with mental health issues, and it could be a suicide. Other times it's an attack. We don't know if it's a hate crime or if it's just a random attack because somebody was robbing somebody. But crime happens. Tragedies happen, and the best way you can prevent is by knowing your city, talking to your campus safety people about the safest ways to get on transportation, the safest places to be, and ensuring that you know that there are certain reckless behaviors that you should engage in. That obviously illegal drug use is not something you should be trying in the United States of America. That can be a pathway towards all sorts of bad things. So it was a series of those suggestions, and we're looking at how we can better package those together with the Indian government, just to let new students know, come to America. Statistically, it's going to be an extremely safe, very enjoyable thing. But to ensure that you aren't enmeshed in any tragedy, here are things you can do to protect yourself.
Yes, because at least for my generation, parents used to think that, sending your kids to America, kids can take public transport. Cases of muggings don't happen unless you're going into the inner city area or something. At least near college campuses, this didn't happen. But now increasing reports, of course, statistically, as you said. So the law and order situation in many of these college cities, it is a source of worry for parents who are sending kids. I know of many parents who say, I'm making the option of sending them to Australia or sending them to even New Zealand, but not America, not Canada. I'm worried about the hate crimes in these cities in North America. So, of course, it's not fair to ask you to speak about the situation in Canada, but generally, would you say that there's cause for worry or there isn't?
No, I think there's always just safe things to do, but there's not. I mean, crime has gone down, violent crime, especially in the last few years. It's much safer than it was in the 1970s and 1980s, when I think part of it is just that we can find these cases very quickly. We now have media, social media, that really lessens the space between distant places. We might not have heard of it back then, but it is a safe place to come. We encourage Indian students to come. We love our Indian students. And there's also things that whether you're in America, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in Australia, whether you're in New Zealand, whether you're here in India, that you should do to make sure you're safe.
Click here to watch the full episode.